I'm Deputy President Anna Booth and I chair the Commission's New Approaches Committee. New Approaches is shorthand for New Approaches, Cooperative and Productive Workplaces. New Approaches is a new initiative of the Commission, and I'm making this short video to thank the Registry team members for coming to grips with the new Form F79. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about what happens to the form after it leaves your hands, and also about the background to New Approaches. When you receive a Form F79, it means that an employer and an employee group, such as a union or a group of employees, has made an application to the Commission for assistance and the opening of a New Approaches file. You send an acknowledgement letter out to those parties and then you allocate the file to me. What I do then is I contact those parties individually and talk to them about their expectations, about their desires for the file, about whether they've nominated a preferred Commission member to assist them, and come to a conclusion about whether the right context exists for them to be New Approaches parties. Once I've done that, I speak to the panel head for the member who's nominated, or if a particular member isn't nominated, talk to the panel head for the industry sector to see who would be best to take on the file. The kind of assistance that parties might be looking for could be to do with bargaining, either training for bargaining, particularly in interest-based bargaining, or facilitation of bargaining, or even assistance with the implementation of an agreement once it's been reached. Or it could also be in the area of dispute prevention and resolution, or workplace change, improving productivity, for example, introduction of new work systems in a particular workplace. The background to the New Approaches is that in 2013, the Parliament amended the Fair Work Act to include a new function contained in section 576A. Actually, it's 576(2)AA, and that is to promote cooperative and productive workplace relations and prevent disputes. So the Commission responded to that new function by developing the New Approaches. The New Approaches builds on our traditional role. We've always had a role in resolving disputes, more recently from the 1990s in resolving bargaining disputes, as well as disputes about what an agreement means or about the way someone's been treated in the workplace. But the New Approaches goes further and provides people with assistance, if you like, at an upstream end of their relationship, as well as downstream where we've been working. What do I mean by that? Maybe a medical analogy, which might be a bit weird, but let's try this on for size. So if the traditional role of the Commission is the emergency room, where we deal with car crashes and accidents and acute illnesses, and we patch people up and maybe save some lives, that's still a very valid role. But if we can be involved in primary preventative care, like GPs, or if we can be involved in managing chronic illnesses like specialists, then we can create wellness in the patient, or cooperation and productivity in the workplace in a way that's enduring. Now, we probably won't do ourselves out of work anytime soon, but the idea is to have a real impact on the degree of cooperation and productivity in Australian workplaces, so that we can realise the Act's real objectives, which are contained in Section 3 of the Act, of national economic prosperity and social inclusion. And to do that, we need the whole team working. So whilst members might deliver the services, we're not able to do that unless the Registry is supporting us up front. So I just want to thank you again, and I'll endeavour to keep you updated with our progress through meetings that I'll be having with the heads of Registry.